Welcome to another edition of the live. I'm doing it on the hop today. I'm in Melbourne for an AFL lunch, South Belgrave. So looking forward to that. I've got my Canberra Raiders jumper on. Big shout out to Toyota Material Handling. As always, work hard all day, every day, and there's a lot going on. This morning already we've had a heap of trialists. Had a very nice filly just trial for Derby. They can find them. A filly called Temptation by Lucky Vega, and she went absolutely super. So she'll probably have another trial and go to the races. Lava Flow trialled well as well. Definition trialled well. And had a few go well there today as well. So keep an eye on that. Of course, the highlight of the week was undoubtedly the big $500,000 race last week, over 2,400. The Budgie Smuggler goes back-to-back in stakes races, and he was absolutely outstanding. Got back and got to them very quickly. Sign of a good stayer. He did win with no weight, but he's just putting together a great win record. 7 from 13. He's now won 5 from 5 over 2,400, and I think he'll be better when he gets over a touch further as well. Of course, Derby Racing continue to find them. They've had great luck out of New Zealand. And when he came to us, he had a pretty good win record, but he was big and raw, and he's just continued to develop and strengthen. And he's only going to have a short break. And yep, the dream. It's a big ask to think we can go into the Melbourne Spring or a race like the Metropolitan. But he's up and going. He's going to have that residual fitness. And funnily enough, the Caloundra Cup has been a pretty good platform to go into the spring the last couple of years, and maybe we have a bit more hope with half yours too. So very exciting there. Of course, within the law, she didn't necessarily find the best part of the track, but maybe she came to the end of it, and she's going to be better on top of the ground. So she's gone for a good break. What else have I got? I'm doing this all off the cuff, so you have to bear with me. It wasn't the greatest of days at Rose Hill, but we can definitely turn that around. I thought Midnight Dynamite was outstanding in defeat. He just had to cover ground, and it definitely wasn't the place to be, so he's very game. Thunderlips actually went a very good race. We'll get on to him shortly as well. But the highlight, undoubtedly, the Budgie Smuggler. Derby Racing, just keep finding them. Overpass is doing well in quarantine in the UK. He flies back on Sunday, so looking forward to him coming in. He'll have 2 weeks at Canterbury. Green Spaces, Paradoxium, Blue Door, Warwoven, Pericles, amongst others, are all ticking along nicely. We've got Robusto back in. Of course, he's been a great horse for Derby and myself. And thanks for joining us. No questions. If you've got a question, don't put it in the comments, put it in the question box. I'll be able to help you out. Now, talking about yearlings, we're continuing to get some of the nice yearlings through, and absolutely thrilled with what we've got at the moment. So it's an exciting time. And one of the big, we wait on it every year because he's such a good judge, but our breaker Lewis Page has decided what yearling he is going in. Now, to put it in context, last year he bought into I Am Dirty, of course, Saturday City winner and a stakes winner. Prior to that, it was Olay. Prior to that, it was Little Buyer that won a Group 3, and he also went in a cheap colt that ended up selling for big money. So he's got an impeccable record. I won't tell you who she is. She's just come into the stable. But if you're interested, contact Georgia. If nothing else, it's a pretty good guide because he's about 5 of 6 and is a very good judge. He doesn't go in early, so if they sell out, he misses out. But he tends to wait, see what's available, and see what the best of the best is. Georgia has just joined the live, so thank you for joining us, Georgia. Right, we're going to run through these horses very, very quick. We've got the South Grafton Cup on Sunday. Midnight Dynamite, War Eternal, and Hollywood Hero. Of course, the first two have been outstanding over the past couple of months. Whether they go, probably doubtful from the wide gate. It's going to be a good track too. They definitely don't mind a little bit of cut, both of them, although Midnight Dynamite can definitely handle all tracks, and the way War Eternal's going, I think it's just about irrelevant. But wide gates, plenty of tempo, so maybe in doubt. We may look at the stakes race at Rose Hill next Saturday. Hollywood Hero, well, he was so close last time. I still can't believe he got beat. It's not over until it's over. So Hollywood Hero will probably go. Hopefully he can get some cover, and he's definitely up to it. And I think he's going well. If we could get him into a race like the Big Dance, no weight, a little bit more mature, he's going as good as ever. He wouldn't be out of it. So looking forward to that. We then go to Newcastle. My Sharina, she's back from city grade. The track's going to be slightly better, but it's her time to deliver now. She's got a good gate, 2 kilos off with Liv. And from gate 5 should be able to be right there. Now, Osborne, full brother to Osmosis, and he's got some of his traits, although he's trialled okay. I still think there's more there. So he may be a horse that's destined to be gelded at some stage, but he's up and going. He's had 3 trials. He's rock hard fit, the 1200 suits, and we'll be positive with him. So he definitely goes on some hope. I still think the best is yet to come, though. I'm just not quite sure he's putting it all together yet, but we're up and going, and he's rock hard, so we're going to have a crack. And then, of course, we get to Randwick. Now, Warwick Farm has had a lot less rain than Randwick. There's been a lot of coastal showers, so our tracks are pretty good, which definitely makes life a little bit easier. So I think we will start in race 3 or 4, 1100 metres, 8 runners, 2 runners. Harito was very good last time, very concerned about the wet track, so she may be doubtful. I think it will definitely come up a heavy and play heavy. They've been consistent rain and no drying, so she may be in doubt. Zoo Fame will definitely have a shot. He galloped on a very wet track last Saturday, looked to get through it very well. He's very good first up, gets into this race with a good weight, good gait. Kieran McAvoy rides, and he's been very, very happy with him. Then we go into the 1800 metre race. 2 runners, Celebrity. He definitely needed the race first up. He went back off a slow tempo, so I think that was a bit of a null run up to 1800 suits. He can handle a wet track. He's a good each way chance with no weight, and Rachel King is back from holiday, and so is Luke, thankfully. Yeah, dare I say, who would have ever thought I'd give a lot of love to Luke on the show. Anyway, he is back, and I've missed him. And it is his tip, Celebrity. His tip is Celebrity. I'm not talking about Lobby. He's the true Celebrity. The other horse is Derwin Dash in that race. He was okay first up. The race was not run to suit at all. He goes to 1800, gets the blinkers on, gets a wet track, so a few things in his favour. He's a big horse with no weight. Andrew Adkins, I think he goes on a good each way chance, and probably what a fair is a fair race. I just think both horses first up had absolutely no chance. All right. That's 4 done. We have Thunderlips now, 1400 on the back up. His run 3 deep, no cover, was excellent last week. I thought he went amazing. Even though he didn't figure in the finish, I thought he was game. The wetter the better. If the track is playing demanding and tough and there's scratchings, he will be able to roll forward with King on, and I think he's a huge chance. He goes really well at Randwick, and he's tough and he's rock hard fit. So he's my tip. I think he can run a very big race. He's actually George's tip as well. And Lobby's tip is Zoo Fame. So that's it. I'm sure it's Zoo Fame. Sometimes Lobby gets a bit upset because I forget and I just throw in a dummy one. And invariably when I do that, the dummy one goes no good and his one wins. So he does get a little bit upset, but I've stopped trying to do that of late. And then, of course, the lucky last. Miss Kim Carr goes well at Randwick, loves it wet, is drawn deep. That will probably be a good thing come Saturday, but she's really got to start performing. She didn't have the luck of the draw in terms of where she got to last time in the track conditions, but she's definitely up and going fit. We need a result tomorrow. That pretty much sums it up. Of course, we've got more yearlings available. If you're interested, bjornbakerracing.com.au. This has been pretty tough. We've got 4 questions. When do you think Stronghold will run? Hopefully have a good gallop tomorrow morning. Another promising horse for Derby. And possibly Wednesday. He was in yesterday, but the track was very, very wet, and we just thought we'd be better off saving him. David, what is Hilton's best on Saturday, please? Hopefully you got it. Celebrity. And what's in the future for Green Spaces? Who knows? But he is coming along very, very well. Of course, won the Derby. He is fairly flexible in track conditions. I think he might be even a little bit better as he gets more mature and stronger, but a little bit better at the shorter trips as well, maybe even a mile, 2,000, but he can stay. So definitely probably looking to kick off in the Winks. We'll take him through the spring, culminating hopefully in the Caulfield Cup, and then from there whether we head on to Melbourne or even the Cox Plate, which is at Flemington, which will probably suit him to a degree too. So you've got a dream, that's what it's about. He's already done a marvellous job, he's got a great pedigree, and I just think he's come back that little bit bigger and stronger again. Right, and talking about cups, maybe we will have the Budgie Smuggler in there amongst with him somewhere too. And Mug Punter, I think the Metropolitan is the best race for the Budgie Smuggler. That's one word too, Mug. But thanks, I appreciate the advice. Please liaise with your great friend Luke Hilton, and he can pass on any comments you've got. But good to have you, Mug. Do appreciate the support. Righto, folks. I'm in Melbourne for the day. Look at it. What a beautiful winter's day here in Melbourne. And looking forward to it, and then Randwick tomorrow. Of course, can't wait to get there. Take care, have a great day, go the Warriors, go Canberra, and go, my tip, Thunderlips.